Alright, what up, y'all? It's Matt. So I got this puller that I made to pull the engine sleeves out of my Yanmar tractor I'm rebuilding, guys. Check it out. Alright, guys, so the sleeves didn't survive either. So you can see, here's the front right here. This is the worst one where that chunk came out of the piston. And it's got that big old nasty spot right there. It's got horizontal lines in it. It's got a ring around it. It's got vertical lines up and down it. So we're going to have to replace this sleeve. And this one looks much better, but it doesn't matter because we're going to replace them in pairs. So I'm going to have to come up with a puller. I'm going to design something and fabricate it, and it goes down in here and it's going to catch this lip, and we're going to pull both of these sleeves out. Alright guys, so check out this engine sleeve puller I made. Basically it's a 5/8 inch piece of threaded rod, coarse thread. I got a nut welded on the end here, and it comes down. I have another nut here, 5/8 inch, grade 8, all grade 8 nuts. I have a washer here, a piece of angle iron here with a hole in the bottom of it. It's about 1/4 inch thick, 3/16 thick. And then I made this special plate on the end here, and I welded a nut onto that. So you don't really need a welder to do this. This was useless. I don't know why I did that. And then this was just so I didn't have to fumble up in the engine trying to thread a nut on there. So basically you just need a drill and some scrap steel, and what we're going to do is take this thing, stick it down in the engine like that, block it up with some 2x4s, tighten this nut right here, and it's going to pull our engine sleeves straight out. So let's get these sleeves out. I'm going to get this plate off of here and give y'all a close-up of how I made this thing. Alright guys, so here's a schematic I drew up in AutoCAD. Basically this will work if you have a YM1700 or a YM2000. If you have the smaller one, YM1500, or the larger one, YM2210, you know, you're going to have to modify it just a little bit. But basically, here's the cylinder. Here's the tool I designed to go in it to pull it out. It's got these little 1/8 inch lips on the edge to pull it out. This is a 1.5 inch piece of steel. You lay it down. I'm going to put links to this in the description for y'all. So you can just print it out, and it's printed out 1-to-1. So this is exactly what it's going to be. Lay it on your piece of steel, cut it out. Hopefully it helps somebody out. All right, guys, I'm going to give you a close-up of the puller here. All right, guys, so here's the bottom plate right here. Here's the template. You can see how I made it. Basically just the piece of steel, flat stock with a nut welded on top of it. So let's get these sleeves pulled out of this engine. Alright guys, so the puller worked amazingly well, but you can see we got a mess to clean up, and there's all kinds of rust and gunk and chunks of I don't know what in here. So this is why I say, guys, always take your stuff completely apart as far as you can when you're fixing it, because you never know what you're going to find. You can see the size of some of this gunk, and what is that? It's like a flake. I hope it's like a flake of something, but there's all kinds of stuff in here. And there's the inlet/outlet tube for the radiator. It would have sucked all this stuff to the radiator and water pump and just destroyed everything. So I'm glad we're doing this. Let's look at one of these sleeves and see how it turned out. Alright guys, so you can see this sleeve is really nasty. There's supposed to be 2 O-rings that seal right in the middle of the screen there, and they're stuck in the block. So let's get this block cleaned up. Alright Alright guys, so to understand why we had to pull all of this stuff out of the engine block, we need to go and inspect the pistons and rings to see how badly damaged they are, and just to see, you know, what happened so that we can prevent this from happening in the future, hopefully. So let's check them out, guys. Alright guys, so I got the pistons laid out here. You can see we got the two sleeves out. Yeah, they're not very good, are they? Well, we already knew that going into this. So you can see they're not that good, and they are really messed up on the outside. I don't know what all this flaking was from. It's like, it's rust, obviously, but it doesn't look too good on both of them. Yeah, like this looks like where it was cast or something, and it just started rusting out. I don't know, but those are getting replaced. So basically, here's the two old piston and rods and everything right here. So basically, to understand why this happened and why we had to pull the sleeves out, the pistons were destroyed. So you can see right there, there's a chunk missing. There's a crack right there. I have that chunk on the workbench. But basically, the rings aren't broken. There's another crack right there. You can see it right there. And then, yeah, I think that's it for this one. And then this one too is no better. Let's see, where is it? Crack right there in the middle of the screen. There is some more cracking somewhere else on here. I'm not sure. That's the main one though, right there. So basically, what happened was, I guess somebody used starter fluid a bunch on this thing, and you know, I guess they cracked the pistons. There was plenty of oil in it. That wasn't the problem, but they shattered the pistons somehow. Maybe it got too hot. It had an antifreeze leak from the radiator. They used starter fluid because, you know, the rings were worn out, and they kept trying to start it and start it and start it, and it wouldn't start. So they got starter fluid, and maybe they cracked the pistons with that. I don't know, but they're gonna have to be replaced, so that's gonna be in a separate video. If y'all want to see that video where we completely rebuild the engine, check out up here. I'll link to it up here, but this is just a tip on how to make the tool to pull the sleeves out. Alright y'all, so that puller was awesome. It worked great. We just put it in there, pulled it out. You know, you can make modifications to this. You don't really even need a welder. You can just put nuts and not weld them up. But I wanted it to be more legit, so I welded the nuts on there and did all that stuff. But yeah, I know this will work on a Yanmar YM1700 and a Yanmar YM2000. Anything smaller than that or anything bigger than that, for instance, smaller YM1500 probably needs to be modified because the bores are smaller. Anything bigger, Yanmar 2300 or whatever, probably not going to work on that because the bores are bigger. So you get the idea. That's it for the video, guys. Drop me a huge thumbs up. If y'all are enjoying these tractor videos, don't forget to comment, subscribe down below for more tractor videos in the future. Later.